Hey everyone, what's up? So I know you all saw it, and we've been telling you the same thing on this channel. You know, you guys are very gullible and easily influenced today. That's what you need to understand. I can't even be mad at PBC. I can't be mad at the machine. You understand? I have to be mad at the people who are susceptible to what they're doing. You believe guys like Tank and Spence are real fighters. You're telling me that I need to give Derek James and Spence credit for what? Because you were built up by a machine? Because you were a media creation? Just like Tank and Harold Spence? Tank hasn't fought no one. We told you he's the 30-year-old prospect. You haven't done what a Teofimo Lopez and a Devin Haney have done. In fact, the guys that you guys like Spence, you haven't even done what a Teofimo Lopez and a Devin Haney have done. And I'm supposed to give you credit and act like you've done something. Because you fought Rolly and you drained Ryan Garcia, a social media guy who advocates for mental illness, for people who are suffering with mental illness. It's just a new world today, guys. And it's the same topic we talked about yesterday. It's right there in front of your face. They don't even hide it anymore. It's in plain sight what these people do today. What has Tank Davis done? Almost lost to a cherry pick gone wrong in Isaac Cruz? Go look at Isaac Cruz's resume. Is there anything special there? Did he even look special in his last fight? And he's smaller than Tank. It's the same thing. It's the same broken record. And I got people that are telling me that Ali lost too, just like Spence. How are we writing Spence off? I wrote off Spence before this Terrence Crawford fight. The proof are in my videos. We dissected Spence from pillar to post. I told you, he don't have the jab that you guys don't think that he has. He don't have the skills, the fundamentals, and you saw that on July 29th. We told you, out of the consensus top 10, he's probably the least skilled and most hyped up. He's the only guy on the consensus top 10 that I see has to punch people in their balls. And I'm supposed to give Derek James credit and Errol Spence? You beat who you were supposed to beat and you almost screwed that up. You're a minus 800 favorite to Sean Porter. How is it that you can't do what a Jeff Horn did? You don't even have tricky. Jeff Horn has trickier footwork and head movement than Errol Spence. Can you explain that to me? He's a school teacher. You understand? Punching bag to punching bag. You're both punching bags. He has a better win than you on his resume. He's fought tougher guys than you on your resume. Randall Bailey's a guy you ducked. Jeff Horn fought him. You understand? To me, Jeff Horn has higher ring IQ than Errol Spence. He actually moved up and tried to challenge himself. Your dude got pound for pound for beating Mickey Garcia, a guy who moved up 2 weight class. You couldn't even knock him down and knock him out. I don't understand why I got to continue to beat a dead horse, guys. The PBC's a fake it till you make it company. It's a fake it till you make it outfit. Derek James is not a good trainer. Again, I didn't see no adjustments in the Tony Harrison fight too. He was getting outboxed the entire fight. The only thing that bailed Charlo out was power. And Jermell wasn't even originally with Derek James. You know what I'm saying? Derek James may be the most negative aspect of Jermell Charlo's career, to be quite honest with you. You got an L and you got a gift draw versus a Golden Boy fighter in Castano. What am I supposed to give credit to? Because someone gave you an award because of Access Media? The Boxing Writers Association of America, whoever they're called. The format today is called Access Media. You get access when you say and do things that a certain company that puts food on your table wants you to say and do. Derek James in no way, shape, or form looked like a trainer on July 29th. And in fact, you Frank Martin got a gift decision. Anthony Josh is over here looking beat up. And of course, your ace in the hole, Errol Spence, Mr. Big Fish. A-side, the guy, you know, who implements coin tosses. Because I've seen Canelo and Floyd Mayweather do that throughout their career. And give guys like Sean Porter the same guaranteed purse. Why am I going to give credit to a lie, guys? Can you explain that to me? Because Jermell Charlo got undisputed? You didn't see undisputed till Terrence Crawford got undisputed. Notice how that nobody was getting undisputed till Terrence Crawford did it. And now he's done it twice. Funny how that works, huh? A dude who felled up into undisputed and had politics on his side got undisputed. And I'm supposed to give Derrick James credit and Errol Spence credit because of that. The PBC does not produce real champions. I'm sorry, they don't. It's a televised series with characters. Their main character, one of them, because you're not even the main character over there, was a surfboard boy that they tried to make you believe was a street thug because he crashes his car and does drugs. This same guy had to pull up out of a Manny Pacquiao fight because they know Manny was going to beat him up too, just like he did Thurman. They don't produce real champs. And when you're over here comparing these guys to Ali for whatever reason, Ali didn't tell Sonny Liston, why don't I go the easier route? You're on the wrong side of the street. Ali was 21 years old chasing and pursuing Sonny Liston. And he shook the world just barely turning 22. He was days from being 22 years old, I believe. My math can be a little off at that. You guys can correct me in the comments section. Your dude at like 28 years old was over here talking about, why don't I go the easier route and knock Sean Porter out? Your dude was over here crashing cars and doing weird stuff on the internet. The problem was that you guys gave Errol Spence too much credit. That was the problem. That was a big problem why he lost. Why the dude was so disillusioned, him and Errol Spence, Derrick James, to this day. Derrick James is still telling people that Errol Spence is the better fighter. But, you know, we went from having better fundamentals to now, well, he's still the better fighter. How? How are you the better fighter? And I'm supposed to give credit to that? The problem is that they receive too much credit. Again, guys like me are more assistants to Derrick James and Errol Spence than you dumb Spence fans. Do you understand? IOTBA was telling Errol Spence what he needed to hear. He was telling Derrick James what they needed to hear. He was the only one doing it over there. Everybody else was tickling Spence's ear. I'm not going to tickle your guy's ear. He gets no credit from me. Do you understand? We keep it a buck on this channel. We will continue to keep a buck on this channel. And I will not tickle ears. I don't care if it costs me subscribers, clicks, views, likes, whatever, guys. You can create your own channel and defend Derrick James, who is a clown, and Errol Spence, who's a clown as well. Errol Spence and Derrick James look like straight clowns on July 29th. What am I going to give you credit for? You had the big red nose that Crawford busted up. You had the afro. Just dye it red next time. Go to Chris Colbert. Tank Davis's next opponent. Go to him and get some tips on how to dye your hair. You understand? Go to the Charlos too. They should know how to dye their hair too. Dye it red, come in the ring with some white makeup. Crawford's going to take care of the red, just like he did in the first fight. What am I giving you credit for? Because you got outright beat? You didn't even do what Jeff Horn did? You didn't even do what Sean Porter did? Oh, because PBC propped you up as a fake unified champ, which is exactly what you are, and what July 29th exposed. I will not be giving no fake smoke and mirrors credit on this channel. You go create your own channel, just like those other fools, LDBC, all those clowns, who are telling you Crawford ain't fought nobody and this and that. He fought people that were better than Spence and did better than Spence. Mean Machine did better than Spence. Benavidez, one leg, did better than Errol Spence. Jeff Horn did better than Errol Spence. Jeff Horn has higher ring IQ, better defense, and better footwork than Errol Spence. Errol Spence looks like he's got clown shoes on in that ring, man. Like I told you, next fight, dye your head red. And again, come with some light makeup. Crawford's going to finish the costume for you. Just like he did in the first fight. You was missing the white makeup. Have the little, what's the little sound effect? The little horn. Come in with that, because that's all you was on July 29th. I don't give credit to clowns. Never have and never will. Do you understand? I'm sorry you fell for the bait. You're gullible enough to believe that stuff, but on this channel, we're not. I don't celebrate Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny like you do. You guys need to grow up. There's nothing for me to give Tank credit about. There's nothing for me to give any of those dudes credit. They're all propped up. Danny Garcia, same deal. Brought up in the same manner. Your showcase fight, when you finally turned pro, was against Theophane. It was on Tuesday Night Fight. I thought you lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? They only set their fighters up with people they know they can beat. The trainer's just there to make it, I don't know, give a little guidance, but the matchmaker is the heavy lifter over at PBC, and he's weak. You understand? They know what their fighters can handle and what their fighters can't handle. They won't put Tank in with a real fight. Had a phone call. They wouldn't dare put Tank in with Lomachenko, who has 3 losses right now, because they're too protected. They have an effeminate system over there, and they're ran by a very effeminate mama's boy, Al Heyman. Al Heyman's a hype job as well too. You understand? Your best numbers have been when you worked with other promoters. That's just a simple fact. You ain't nothing but a hornswoggler. You're a middleman. You sell your own brother out to make $1. That's all Al Heyman is. That's why he's paying them dudes on stipends and stuff. What am I giving credit to again? You've not even produced the AJ. You understand? You produce clowns. I'm sorry. Wilder, clown, out there twerking. He wants to be pregnant. Have I ever heard a man say that they want to be pregnant? You understand? You got Errol Spence turning activist the minute he's facing a real champ in Terrence Crawford. You didn't cry to the sanction bodies before when you were ducking Crawford, because Al Heyman stopped fronting that bill for you, fake champ. He was over here paying guys step aside money, emailing guys like Ugas Belts. You understand? What am I giving credit to again, guys? What am I giving credit to? It's the same process over and over at PBC, dude. It's not my fault if you guys are so easily gullible, bro. This is a real boxing channel, and we talk about real things. I don't compare Spence to guys like Ali. Are you serious? Are you serious? I don't give credit to clowns in a suit like Derek James, who did nothing for his fighter. You're doing nothing for Frank Martin. You're doing nothing for Anthony Joshua. You're just collecting a check finally. Errol Spence didn't even used to pay you that much money. You were still in Oak Cliff. Now you got big-headed and you think you don't have to give a comment to why your fighter got beat. You know? Continue to be in clown world, guys. That's on you guys. On this channel, we don't have to do that. I implore you guys to make your own channel and tell us how Derek James and Errol Spence deserve so much credit for going tooth and nail, life and death with an in-shape street fighter. You know what I'm saying? Getting your mouthpiece knocked out by guys who don't even have power, guys who are checked out like Danny Garcia. You know? How did you even grow from the Sean Porter fight? What did you do different? What did Derek James add to Errol Spence's game? He's digressed since Kell Brook. The performances have been getting worse. Even against Mickey Garcia, what was there so great to look at? You made a midget move up. You couldn't knock him out. You tried. You admitted so out of your own mouth. You don't have punch placement timing. Again, we told you the jab was not going to be a factor. It's not what you guys think. How many times I got to beat a dead horse? And it's the same deal with Tank. Tank actually has skill. He has a little bit of pedigree. He does, but they won't put him in with real ones for a reason, because they know the same thing's going to happen to all their other fighters. You understand? You venture outside the house, you're gonna get beat up. You understand? They don't even want to pay their fighters the top dollar. They don't. Deontay Wilder didn't get paid till what's her name's? The Zone stepped in and they offered him that 20 million. So to keep him, they had to match him, and that was the first time Deontay Wilder got a really good payday, because they were matching another company's offer. I don't fall for make-believe, guys. I really don't. I grew up a long time ago. It's time for some of you to start growing up as well, you know. Again, this era of boxing has been probably the weakest era I've ever seen in my life. It is, without a doubt. Guys like Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, guys that built up Spence, you know what I'm saying? You guys think they're Hall of Famers. They're not Hall of Famers to me. Mean Machine, again, if given the opportunity, could have done the same thing Sean Porter did. If you were allowed to fail as many times as Sean Porter, you would have had the same accomplishments. You would have been a two-time champ. You understand? And you would have had 2 title defenses. And I can say that for a lot of guys. Jeff Horn became a champ, and he didn't need half the crap that these guys need. You can say what you want. They rescored the fight, and they all came to the same conclusion, that he beat Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, you know, you're over here again gambling before the fight. Broner's even down talking you and calling you a clown. PBC just produces clowns, guys. They're not real champs. Just because you put a belt on somebody does not make them a real champ. You saw what a real champ was on July 29th. We called this before, during, and after the fight, guys. And it's going to be the same thing at 154. You're just going to go in there, collect your check, like all PBC fighters care about. They don't care about that Hall of Fame and all that other stuff. They don't. They don't. They care about receiving a check so they don't have to rely off that stipend. Errol Spence told you himself, you're over here comparing him to Ali. He told you he don't care about Hall of Fame. He just cares about his financials. You know? And it's sad that you would even do something like that, trying to compare Ali to Spence. Spence is an okay fighter. He's a solid guy, but you're too one-dimensional. And again, Derek James has not really progressed your style. You know, you're very basic, idiotic style. Again, that requires you to hit people in their balls. He was warned 8 times in that fight versus Terrence Crawford. Should have also, Terrence Crawford popped his cherry in a lot of other places, and Terrence Crawford has done this to so many fighters in their career. First to knock them down, first to knock them out, first to beat them. What he did to Errol Spence is nothing new. Did the same thing Sean Porter, first to knock him out. You understand? Stop him. That's what Terrence Crawford does. There's nothing out of the norm. What would have been out of the norm is if your dude actually would have put up a better fight. But he didn't, because he's been pampered. And like I said, he was built up by a machine. It's just as simple as that. We told you narratives and make-believe aren't going to make Errol Spence's jab better, give him defense, manifest boxing IQ and all this other stuff. It just did not happen. You saw when reality finally hit the live. Reality's going to win every time, okay? There's other channels that like to tickle ears. I suggest Fanon. I suggest Boxing Ego. I suggest BFTB and all these other clowns that are pro Al Heyman and Errol Spence. And they're still telling you to this day, you know, giving you excuses and, you know, telling you that wasn't the same Errol Spence. Just like how Errol Spence was saying that wasn't the same Sean Porter. He got to learn why that wasn't the same Sean Porter. And Sean Porter did better than you, by the way. But Crawford made you not the same Errol Spence, just like he did the same to Sean Porter. You guys aren't on his level. You guys are fake make-believe fighters who are propped it up with little plastic trinkets. Plastic boxing champions. They're fake, guys. You understand? Same deal, same story. We'll come out with more videos later, guys. Bye.